Well, I bought this paraffin heater, and I must admit when I bought it I thought it was all rusty, but now I'm looking at it I think it's just sooty. Wondering if it's had a bit of a spill at some point and it's caught fire. But I think this might clean up alright, you know. Oh, well, let's see what happens. Okay, so here's the burner section. I'm going to give it a wash down in a minute. The wick does go up and down. Whether it's supposed to come up and down further than that, I don't know. But there we go. It used to be made of brass, the tank, being painted white. Oh, it's got an air thing through the middle. Didn't realise they did that. Yeah, all the way through. Can you see that? Yeah. So it must channel the air up through and out. It's got some sort of rudimentary gauge. Yeah, I'll just give this a clean up and see what we've got. Okay, I've given the tank and burner a little quick clean up and it's already looking 10 times better. It's particularly like the little fuel gauge. It's quite neat, that. Right, so I have cleaned this section up here. I think now it's probably less soot and probably was someone's attempt in the past to painting it. I don't know whether it's because it's enamel and the paint hasn't stuck, or maybe the paint just couldn't handle the heat, or maybe both. But yeah, it's come up reasonably well. The worst bit's this cap on the top here, which looks like maybe beyond reasonable repair. So what I might do is disconnect that using these screws here, I think, and paint that in black stove enamel or high temperature paint or whatever. Maybe give this bottom another coat of black paint, which looks like it's happened in the past. Bit of Duraglit or whatever for the chromy bits. But otherwise that looks kind of good. The safety mechanism works, which I should be able to prove. Don't know if you can see it, but it's got a big reset on there with a push button, so you push that in like that. Oops. There we go, and then if it gets upset for any reason, there we go, kicks in the safety mechanism. The safety mechanism, all it does, well, I say all it does all it needs to do, which is it puts a flap over the top of the flame, starving it of oxygen, exactly the same way as you would with a candle snuffer. Alright, what have we got here? The best results use SO blue. To light, expose wick and light, turn to a low flame and gently, don't know what that is, casing, make sure catch is locked. Adjust wick to give a blue flame. To extinguish, turn wick right down. Use only Valor number 33 wicks. Keep a smooth rounded wick top. Use paraffin, kerosene, never petrol. Do not carry when alight. Ventilate room, protect from drafts. Put heater where it cannot be upset. Never let children touch the heater, and fix for added safety. See booklet for full instructions. Valor Company Limited, Birmingham. But yeah, looks in kind of good condition. I don't know how old it is, I haven't done any research on this, I literally just brought it home. But it says there that it's a Valor number 210. I mean, I don't know, but I'd say it's got a 50s feel to it. Yeah, could be wrong. Anyway, let's see if we can light this thing. Well, I didn't have any SO blue, so I guess that's me invalidating the warranty straight away. Right, here we go then. I've let it sit for a few minutes. I've soaked the wick a little bit in paraffin. Definitely a bit carbony. I don't know how high that's supposed to go. That's as high as it will go, put it that way. Alright, here it goes. The tank's gauge is showing not quite full. Bit of a design flaw in that you can't see the fuel gauge when it's got the lid shut. But, you know. There we go. I'll turn that down a bit. Shut the lid. Okay, I've just reset the safety mechanism. Here it goes. Turn it down. I'm supposed to be looking for a blue flame, I think. Definitely a white flame at the moment. See it in there? Do with the glass cleaning, I think, as well. I tried undoing these screws, but didn't work very well. Well, the wick assembly's definitely a thing, isn't it? Okay, so it looks like this wick's probably had it, but I couldn't stop it burning with a yellow flame. What I've done is I've just gone around and removed the crusty old carbon from the end. So let's see what that does for it. Put that back in there. It tells me this is going to be a two-handed job. Maybe. Okay, right, that's in there now. I've got to make sure that the gears on the back engage. There it goes down now. Actually, that's gone a lot higher than it was before. So maybe that's good news. Get a little bit more of the crusty bits. Does that lock in? Yes, I think it does. Right, so that's alright. So I think that's supposed to go higher than that. Right, so done now. We'll try this again. So turn it down a bit low. That's a very yellow flame, isn't it? Okay, how do I get it to blow? Is it because it's in the wind, I wonder? Yeah, hang on, let's extinguish that again. Let's take it indoors, eh? Okay, out of the wind, I'm getting something that looks a bit more like a blue flame with flashes of white. So if I try to turn it up in any way, it does go a bit yellow. So maybe that's too far. But if we go to there, we get a steady, mostly blue flame. Right, so I've reset the safety trigger. Now put that back there, and we'll see how she goes. Certainly plenty of heat coming out. It's taken a good 10 minutes, but it's definitely starting to burn with a much bluer flame now. I don't know if you can see the yellow flames there, but it appears what happens is that eventually a spark will rise from one of those yellow flames, and then it'll turn to blue. So it looks like it's just carbon build up on the wick. But like I say, the longer it runs, the more bits of it turn blue. And it's certainly kicking out the heat, that's for sure. Right, we're there, all blue. And I've got to say, when it turned blue, the heat output appeared anyway to increase dramatically. Can we see the flame through the window? Oh yes, we can. I need to clean that window somehow. But I need to find that. But I've tried undoing these screws, and unfortunately, undo the screws, they're just turning and turning. I guess what I'm going to have to do is take the lid off and hold maybe some nuts on the back so I can get the screws out. Yeah, but that's absolutely fantastic. And this is basically where it's going to live in the conservatory. It's not an airtight conservatory, it's an old, it's more of a lean-to shed really. But yeah, that's going to fit in quite nicely. A Valor 210.